All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. It's your host, DJ Sparks, on KSPX Sparks Radio. And we told you that we're going to be on today with me via Skype. First of all, we have Beth with Local Music Channel. How you doing there, Beth?
I'm good. Thanks for having me, Marcus.
All right, not a problem. And we also have Marlon with Hip Hop for Change. How you doing, Marlon?
I'm doing well. Peace to everybody.
All right, all right. Well, guys, we're on here to talk about the Musicians United for Justice. That's an event that we all came together for. And, we're putting this together for June the 20th coming up. So let's start with you, Beth. Tell us a little bit about the event and how people can get involved.
Sure. The event Musicians United for Justice, it came about, because of the protest and the movement that's been going on. Basically, when I saw what happened with George Floyd and I saw the response, I felt like it was important to address what people may be feeling and thinking as they, walk this path and, discovery and finding change for how we can address this as a community and as a nation. And I felt like, I work a lot in the music industry and the TV industry, and I asked myself, what can I do to, address these concerns that people have and voice, add to the voice of what people want to say. And music, musicians have a really special place for expressing how they feel and relating to the current events we're going through today. And I felt like it would be really great and important to put a show together where musicians can express what they're going through, and particularly African American musicians and people of color who really have a strong voice and they really need to be heard more. And, I'm a white woman and, I will never know what it's like to be African American person or person of color, but I have a lot of friends that are, and we've had a lot of conversations, very candid conversations, and I felt like putting this program together is a space where we can feel free to speak, where we can feel free to express ourselves and address the nation as to what's going on and find ways that we can, help change.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And Marlon, you doing something like that with your Hip Hop for Change as well, because you guys have a great organization over there that is involved in constant change for what you're doing through hip hop. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Hip Hop for Change is an Oakland-based 501c3. We've been around for about 7 years, and our entire model is social justice oriented, but the idea is to lend voice and platform to artists whose messages are typically too positive or political for mainstream media outlets. What we often talk about, not only in our workshops but through our events, is the corporate co-optation of hip hop culture that depicts young black males or people of color in general as hyper violent, hyper misogynistic, glorifying materialism and celebrating drug use. And I think that those tropes and those archetypes that are introduced to the minds of the majority of the people who are consuming rap music in this country, which based on research shows that it's 85% of the music that's being consumed, that's hip hop, is consumed by young white males from 18 to 25. Of which three out of four of them do not have personal friends of color. So if there's no person in these people's lives to give them an accurate depiction of how people of color behave and their human aspects, then they're gonna flock to the tropes that already reinforce historical stereotypes of black people being angry, black people being violent, black people being scary. And that becomes the danger. So opportunities like this always, we like to get involved in opportunities like this mainly to provide that platform and amplify alternative voices to what you may have been exposed to with typical corporate co-opted hip hop.
Absolutely, man. I mean, well said, well said. For those of you just tuning in right now, we're talking with Beth of Local Music Channel and also Marlon of Hip Hop for Change right here. And we're talking about the Musicians United for Justice event that's going down June the 20th, Saturday, June the 20th. And so, Beth, let's talk a little bit about, your local music channel because that's a big part of what this Musicians for Justice is. So tell us a little bit about how you kind of go through and do the process of your local music channel.
Yeah, so Local Music Channel originally started in California, and ever since the pandemic hit, we've branched out internationally where we have live streaming concerts of artists of all walks of life, all places around the globe, who are local to their communities. And it's a place where these artists can share their music. We do live streams Wednesdays, and we're going to be starting Wednesdays and Thursdays. We're also going to be streaming on all platforms. So we're going to be, you can go to our website and watch the streams, or you can go to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all the major platforms.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's mainly to support local music. It's to let people know around the world, hey, this is what's going on in your community right now. And these are the people who actually are in your community who are super talented, who you can either watch online or when things open up again, you can go see. We have a search tool that we just launched literally like the week we were all put into shelter in place. So that was a little bad timing, but it will be fully functioning by the end of the year, and we will hope that people will use it as a source for finding music to their local communities, or if you're traveling and you want to find something, say, in San Francisco or Denver, Colorado, or Oakland, you can go on Local Music Channel search tool and you can also find what artists are playing in that community. You can also see the artists because we're going to be tying the videos that we have with the search tool, which is a little bit unique to other search tools. So because I come from this very strong video background, many years, it's something I felt was really important so that people can see like really good quality audio and video, and it'll help them decide who they want to see, where they want to go, and that type of thing.
Okay, I got you. So with this Musicians United for Change event, how can people get involved with it? Do you still have time to send videos, and where do they send them to? And then how do they get involved with this event?
Yeah, if they want to get involved, if you're a musician and you're interested in participating in the event, you can email info@localmusicchannel.com. And what I would ask is that you send me your website information so that or some video clips, and I can look at the videos. And we do have limited spots for this event. It is only a 3-hour long event. It's going to run on June 20th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. So, but yes, we are looking for artists, and please send your info to info@localmusicchannel.com.
All right, all right. Thank you very much. And Marlon, tell us a little bit about how they can get in contact with you and get involved with Hip Hop for Change.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, first and foremost, just follow us on Instagram and check out the work we do. Hip Hop, the number 4 change on Instagram. You could also follow us on Facebook as well. You can follow me as an artist. I'm an MC and producer. Unlearn the World. You could look at that, check that out on Instagram as well as Facebook. I also have a website, unlearntheworld.com. It has a social media component where you can upload your own material, your blog, your videos, what have you. And yeah, we have a bunch of different fundraisers and events going on right now. We have a campaign for our new merchandise that we just started selling in the midst of everything that's going on. And I appreciate everybody who's been showing their support for that. It has shirts that say like "End White Supremacy" and "Join the Fight for Our Culture," things of that nature. And yeah, we're just continuing to do the work in schools via remote learning or with progressive events like this.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much. Don't want to take up too much of your time for coming on to Sparks Radio. We definitely appreciate everything that both of you do for all the artists. And, we'll definitely support you right here at Sparkx Radio. And thank you guys so much for your time for coming on to the show today. I definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
No
Appreciate
problem.
it. Thank you.
No problem at all. Thank you.